Have you ever heard someone talk about the day of the Lord and wondered, what exactly does that mean? Is it one specific day? Is it the end of the world? Or is it something even bigger? Well, the phrase appears throughout the Bible, and it's one of Scripture's most important themes. But here's the key to understanding it. The day of the Lord isn't just about the end of history. It's about the moment when God steps decisively into history. The Old Testament prophets spoke about it again and again. Joel describes it as a day of darkness, judgment, and cosmic upheaval. Amos warned that it would not be a day of celebration for those living in rebellion against God. Isaiah, Zephaniah, and Ezekiel, they all echoed the same message. A day is coming when evil will be judged, justice will prevail, and God will establish his righteous rule. But alongside those warnings came an incredible invitation. Joel calls people to return to the Lord with all their hearts, because God is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. Even in the shadow of judgment, God's mercy shines through. Now, when we arrive at the New Testament, the picture becomes even clearer. The apostles connect the day of the Lord directly to the return of Jesus Christ. Paul tells us that it'll come like a thief in the night, unexpected by those who aren't watching. Peter says it'll bring both judgment and the renewal of creation, ushering in a new heaven and a new earth where righteousness dwells. Christians hold different views on the sequence of so-called end times events leading to the day of the Lord, but the New Testament consistently points to one great certainty. Jesus is coming again. He will gather his people, he'll judge evil, and he'll fulfill every promise God has ever made. And that's really the point. The day of the Lord isn't meant to satisfy our curiosity nearly as much as it's meant to shape our lives. It's a call to live with purpose and to stay spiritually awake, to remain faithful, and to keep our eyes fixed on Christ instead of being consumed by speculation. For those who reject God, the day of the Lord is a solemn warning. But for those who belong to Jesus, it's a glorious promise. It means suffering has an expiration date, and evil has a deadline. Death has already been defeated, and one day, Christ will make all things new. So don't live in fear of the future. Live in confidence because of who holds the future. The gospel reminds us that the judge of all the earth is also the Savior who gave his life for us. That's why today is the day to trust him, follow him, and proclaim his truth with courage. Because when the day of the Lord finally arrives, every question about history will have one answer. Jesus Christ is Lord. For more of the biblical history related to this topic, please visit the link in the description and don't forget to like and subscribe.